Hi, I'm Marissa Weiss, reporting for the Morning News. Today we're going to talk about sustainably grown coffee and how the coffee gets to your cup in the morning. We'll start with some coffee facts. Coffee beans are grown on an evergreen shrub. They look like this one. By drinking your morning cup of coffee, you are employing 25 million people all over the world, and this is just coffee production. More people are employed in processing, trading, transportation, and marketing. Including these jobs, hundreds of millions of people are employed in the coffee industry. Prior to the 1970s, coffee was grown under tree canopies in the rainforest. But as coffee demand increased, farmers scrambled to increase their yields. Farmers turned to using plant varieties that could grow in direct sunlight. However, this created many consequences, including deforestation, water pollution, loss of habitat, and soil erosion. In the long run, this actually hurt the farmers more than it helped them. Now, we'll go to Garrett in Hawaii at a coffee farm.
Aloha from sunny Hawaii. I'm here at Kauai Coffee Plant, which has organic and sustainable coffee planting practices. You can see here are some coffee plants. These practices provide for long-term sustainability and organic coffee growth. Some of these practices include drip irrigation. With over 2,500 miles of drip irrigation, they use less water, less pesticides, and less fertilizers. Also, they use sustainable nutrients in their soil, such as organic cherry pulp. They add nutrients and also reduce the dependency on pesticides and fertilizers. Additionally, trees play crucial importance in the ecosystem. With only 20% of income, the real benefit is flexible coffee market. With prices going up and down frequently, it provides stability in their business venture. Now you might ask me, what do these trees have to do with organic coffee? Great question. 1, they serve as windbreaks. 2, they provide shade for the plants. 3, they provide for soil conservation. And also 4, for nutrient cycling within the ecosystem. What are some lessons we can take from Kauai? Another fantastic question. These organic practices serve as a holistic solution for long-term sustainability. Also, organic methods are driven by domestic coffee demand. Finally, maintaining and integrating trees into the ecosystem enhances sustainability, and the flow of benefits goes from not only the local community, but society as a whole. Thank you, and back to you, Marissa.
Thank you, Garrett, for all that fascinating coffee information. Now we'll go to coffee expert Shannon, who will tell us all about coffee certification.
Thanks so much, Marissa. Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the various sustainability certifications that you might find on the coffee labels that you buy. The first one is bird-friendly and shade-grown certification. This one means that it must be organic, covered by lots of shade, and meet various habitat standards. This is the most ecological because it minimizes water evaporation by keeping the moisture in. It also prevents soil erosion. The second certification is from the Rainforest Alliance. This one does not have to be shaded, but it also covers a variety of other ecological issues. It helps improve community relations, and it promotes the fair treatment of workers. The third one is organic, and this one simply means that it must meet the U.S. standards of the USDA National Organic Program. The fourth one is fair trade, and probably the one that you're most familiar with. This one has the main concern of alleviating poverty. It doesn't require any shade or organic certifications. And the last one is UTZ certified. This one emphasizes the transparency and the traceability of the supply chain while making sure that the farm is managed as efficiently as possible. So one problem that we see with consumers is that all the certifications are quite confusing, and that means that they don't know what to buy. This results in the consumer reverting back to buying conventional coffee, thus destroying all the progress that we have tried to make thus far. Another issue, there are many inefficiencies between different government bureaucracies and a lack of unified standards. So what does all this mean? Well, it means quite clearly that the market demand is growing with the consumer demands. And why are we seeing this? Well, there's two main reasons that the consumers are shifting what they want. We've noticed that consumers are now more health conscious and more conscious about the environment. And we're seeing a lot of growth in this industry, with nearly 20% per year on average from the years 1999 to 2002, which is a lot more than the conventional coffee markets. Overall, this industry is continuing to expand and is having tangible social and environmental effects. Back to you, Marissa.
Thank you, Shannon, for all those wonderful coffee facts. Now we'll go back to Garrett, who is now at a coffee farm in Central America.
Thanks, Marissa, and aloha here from beautiful Central America. Back in the 1980s, coffee farmers would produce coffee using conventional methods in very small farms. There were over 1 million different coffee farmers here in this region alone. However, in the 1990s, the price of coffee fell by almost 50% because of an increased supply of coffee. This was an issue to many of these local farmers because their profits went down and they could not support themselves. One solution that NGOs provided to these coffee farmers was organic farming practices. In doing this, they would be able to increase their yields and their profits in their coffee farms. However, as time progressed, the yields could not be kept up because of the increase of labor costs associated with organic, high-maintenance farming practices. With all these issues associated with organic coffee farming, you may be sitting there in that seat saying, heck, are there any solutions? Well, I've got good news for you. There's a couple. The first one is for farmers to switch to low-intensity farming. This allows for farmers to use less labor on their fields and in turn increase the profits for their farms. The downside is it produces less amounts of coffee. Also, farmers can switch to higher maintenance fields where they produce more coffee through better management. These are a couple solutions in increasing the yield of organic coffee farming in Central America. Back to you, Marissa.
That's all the time we have today. Thank you for joining us and learning about coffee sustainability today. Signing off, Marissa Beast from Channel 2 News.